I've been doing hair color roughly about 17 years. When I went to hair school, I didn't know anything about hair. I had no prior experience in the hair business, just found it as a way to be creative. I grew up in Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan, and there's a big music scene there. So you'd see the green and the blue and the pink hair and that stuff. That's kind of what motivated me and inspired me to get into this in the beginning. So I basically learned from the ground up. I started there shampooing the hair and sweeping the floor. I remember when I was training, a lot of my friends would go out to the bar at night and I would go home and practice highlighting techniques and try and lightening different hair colors to see how they would lighten and things like that. So I feel like with hair color, it's kind of 50% technical and kind of 50% instinctual. And so you want to learn those techniques, but at the same time, you want to be able to see it. What I always tell people is you go to school to get your cosmetology license and you work in the salon to learn how to do hair. I've always been really big about looking for new stuff, things that I don't know. So I always look at other people and try to learn. And at the same time, I try to share what I've learned, not just impact the people in your chair, but the people that are working with you as well. When you're behind the chair working on the clients, you don't really have a lot of leeway for mistakes. You have to be very focused, you have to be on point, you have to be on time. So as a freelancer, you put everything into it. It's kind of funny, I've never really been good at saving money my whole life until I got Catch. When I was trying to save the traditional way of just in a bank account or whatever, it just didn't go well. And I needed a system that would kind of work a little better for me. And instead of having to go through and say, okay, I'm gonna take this money and set it aside, with Catch, they just take percentages out of all my deposits and all my paychecks. So they're able to just divide it up and put it into the accounts where it needs to go. And I almost forget it's even there most of the time because it's just automatically done for me. Like, let's say I would want to go on vacation and I would kind of panic, like, how am I gonna save this money up to go on vacation? I'm never gonna be able to afford to save $2,000, $3,000 to go away. But now when I want to do it, I have my accounts from Catch. I think for this line of work, it's the perfect way to save money. To tell my younger self would just be to just keep going, because there's times where it gets very frustrating. There's times where you're counting your money and like, am I gonna have enough for rent and everything? Because you start off with zero and you're trying to build. To stay confident and just make it happen. I'm in the process of becoming a L'Oreal artist. I will be doing all kinds of big hair shows and classes, working in the salon 4 days a week. I'll be with L'Oreal 3 days a week. When I got in the hair business, I told myself I was gonna go as far as that I could go. I was gonna push myself to the limit, and this is the next step.